class, just so that we have it to go back through it in case I've gone too fast. We can always replay it, and you can make me stop talking by pausing. Or, if you want to review something additional, you'll have it there to access it very, very easily. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. So let's see. There we go. And this class is Desk, how to access everything you need to be successful in 2021. And really, anytime in your career with Coldwell Banker Realty. So something that I really, really like that Coldwell Banker has done is institute what's called Desk, or mycbdesk.com. When you first log into it, a lot of times you're going to see a girl. She's holding a thing with blue smoke coming out, and it'll ask you to log in. In essence, for most people, that's going to be your cbrealty.com, or if you've been around for a while, cbmove.com email, and your password. That's going to get you into the system. That's just a really pretty page so that if anybody stumbles upon the page that is not a Coldwell Banker Realty agent, they won't have access to all of this wonderful stuff. So when you first come into Desk, you'll see you have a lot of tiles, and there's a lot of tools in the system, and it can be a little overwhelming, but have no fear. You have a team of dedicated professionals. We are here to help you every step of the way, no matter if you are a new affiliate with Coldwell Banker or you've been around for a really, really long time and just want to reacclimate yourself with the system. When you first come in, again, you'll see a lot of tiles for a lot of the different tools. It'll give you a name of the tool, a little icon there, and it'll give you a little short description of what this tool is for. So we know Office 365 and email. Most people are very well versed in that. They know it, email, calendar, contacts, Microsoft Office suite, and Coldwell Banker does provide that for us at no cost to us. Agents don't have to go out. We don't have to go out and buy Office Suite to put on our computer. Everything works on the internet. We have cloud storage, something I'm really appreciative of. I can throw something into my OneDrive. If I'm in the office and I need to log into a kiosk in the office, I'm still able to access all of my documents, whereas if I saved them on my laptop and I ran out and needed to show a home and didn't have my laptop, I wouldn't have that ability to do that. So I really do appreciate that. We also have SharePoint, so it's easy to share maybe sometimes some larger files with other agents if we need to that are in our office, and then some of the other tools as well. And these tiles are interchangeable, so I'm able to situate them in the order that I prefer. A little tip and trick that's not necessarily Coldwell Banker-ish, but if you hit Control Scroll with your mouse, you can make things small by going up and make them, large by going up and small by scrolling down. So I usually have mine set at about 6 across, and I have them in a specific order that I like them in. I love this because every person, whether you're an employee, an agent, a manager, we're all going to have our desk look a little bit different. I like that it's not very cookie cutter. We can put it in the order that we want it in. If you're looking for something here and you can't find it, you're able to use this Find an App. So that's just going to search for the titles or the descriptions of your app. So I can start typing in the word social. And you'll see here anything with the word social in either the title or in the description is going to come up. Anything that fits that. And here I was looking for social ad engine. So here it is, and I can click on it. And then you can just hit this little X over here on the side and it will go back to the regular screen. If I'm not finding something in this search area, I can go down here to an add app button. So that tile is there, and it's kind of hidden by the leaves here, the evergreen, but it also says add app here. It will go into kind of the background of your applications for desk. You can go in, mine might be a little different than yours as an employee, but you can go in and you're able to add something to your main screen to easily access that anytime that you need it. So let's say I need my deals. I would just click on the app that I would like and hit that little blue add button. Most of the time it's going to pop up in the top left-hand corner. And again, I can take that and shoot that down and move that anywhere that I would like it to be for easy access for the future. Things that I utilize every day, I have on the top bar. And then if I decide, this is an app that I've never used, I'm not really using it, I can X off of it and it won't disappear forever. It will just, again, put it in the background where the add app is. And I can go through and, take anything out of here that I don't need, that I'm not using, that I'm, don't want to clutter up. Another thing that I like to do is, just for time's sake, I do have In Touch at the top, but let's say I'm looking for Design Concierge. Again, I'm just going to start typing and it's going to just pop up and eliminate everything else. You can also do kind of a Google search. You'll see there's another search bar at the top. And that's more of a Google search. So maybe I'm looking for social media information and I want to do a Google search of every single thing that's in desk. So I know that's going to bring a lot of results, especially for social media, but I'm going to go ahead and search it. 243 results found, sorted by relevance. So the first one's going to take me immediately to the social media section. I can go in there, I can look and see what's going on, social media posts, graphics, templates, best practices, all kinds of things that are in here that I can look through. Design Concierge, make a social media splash. So just different things in here that I can look through and follow. And some of these might not all pertain to me, but this was a really great one at one point that we had in the news, like best practices for social media during election season. Just some good tips and tricks. And again, anything that you find, anything that marketing tells you or managers tell you, your SSA, you're an independent contractor. So these are all tips and tricks, suggestions, recommendations, and best practices. So they're not required for you to be a part of, to be an agent with Coldwell Banker, but just them things that we have found that have worked well. Once you've gone through and kind of learned some of the apps, read through and see what they are. So Prospect Square is automated email marketing for your sphere. Digital asset creation, logos, imagery, social assets, and so on. BrandServe, you're going to find some really great social media posts that are already created for you. And in some instances have the ad copy included. So for example, February 1st, there is a wonderful image for Black History Month coming up next week. And they also give ad copies. So if you have writer's block, I have an English degree, but I still get a lot of writer's block, and you can't think of what to say, you can use what is recommended. You can always change it to fit your narrative and your branding and your personality. But that's all available to you. There's some stock imagery in there. All of our Coldwell Banker Realty logos can be found there. And also, although I find that most agents don't geek out on this as much as I do, a lot of the identity standards are there. So the correct way of using a logo, correct way, some fonts that they suggest. If you are a Canva junkie like I am, they have the Coldwell Banker Blue code that you can put in the color coder, or what they call the color picker in Canva, so that you can get the exact shade of Coldwell Banker Blue. I've actually put the logo on top of it and it's disappeared. So it's genius. It's the exact same color. So Sales Pro, educational classes, events, tutorials, lots of webinars and videos. Everything is virtual right now so that we can maintain our safety and the safety of those that we love. Listing Concierge, and you guys will always hear me say, and I always apologize, all of the tools are my favorites. They're kind of like kids to me. But Listing Concierge, honestly, is one of my very favorite tools. It's a very comprehensive listing marketing program. It's kind of a misnomer. The program is really designed to market the agent while marketing the property. So although it's called Listing Concierge because you have to have a listing to use it, it is just a fabulous program. And as someone who was an assistant at one time and did all of the multiple pieces involved, I like that you can hit a couple buttons and someone else who is a professional marketing person takes care of it for you. So we won't go into detail for all of them, just go through and read them. But the best way to get to learn the tools and learn more about them, you can go to the waffle menu here at the top for My Apps, and it will walk you through, if you're wondering, what are my productivity apps? How do I, do more production? What are my marketing apps? There's an open ecosystem now with a different CRM that is available to you. Finance, education. And again, yours may look a little different than mine just because I'm an employee. You also have a button up here, a little heart, and that's your favorites button. And I'll show you how that works in just a moment. But anything that you put in your favorites is very easy to access. You're also able to put outside. So instead of using bookmarks at the top, you can see I have tons of bookmarks, most that have no names, just because I want to shove as many in there as possible. I can go in here, I can get straight to Bright, I can get to Canva, I can get to Facebook by clicking on those from my favorites. I can also add a new favorite if I would like, and I would just enter the URL here. Let's say I'm going to go to Plexels, and then I'm just going to give it a name, and I'm going to let myself know that that's Plexels, and I'm going to add that favorite, and the little heart did kind of a flashy thing. And then I can just go up there and click on it again, and you'll see here Plexels is at the very top because it's the very last thing that I added, so it adds it to the top. I can also click here to manage these favorites, and you'll see here all of the favorites that I have. Maybe I don't need one anymore. As soon as you hit that trash can, just be aware that it's going to remove that, and there's no trash can like to retrieve it. There's no recycling bin. So once it's gone, it's gone. I can also go in and I can edit these as I see fit. I can change the names, anything of that nature. And I believe, yes, so now you also do have the ability to move them around. If I want maybe Facebook at the top and Bright at the top, I can do that and put them in the order that I prefer them to be in. Another important feature of Desk are notifications. We have something called CB Briefs, and I love that the company does this. One huge thing that sometimes can be a missing component in real estate in general is communication. Finding a company that wants to communicate as often as possible, but also allowing you to determine how often. These are delivered daily or on Friday, weekly at noon. I have mine set to daily. I do get these every day if there is a CB brief that comes out, and it's only usually 1 or 2 articles. So it's something quick. I can kind of glance at it, see if it's something that I need to digest, see if it's something I need to read. If it doesn't pertain to me, if it's not something that I need, I can just delete the email and move on. You can also get them weekly. I would highly recommend that you don't turn them off, simply because sometimes things that are in the pipeline, new things that are coming out, you'll get to see them first. You can be the agent in the office. This is, hey, did you know? For example, we have Moxie, our listing presentations, buyer presentations, etc. And we added the CBX buyer locator to the Moxie presentation. That was a direct result of agent feedback. agents requested that. They wanted a really great way of showcasing that in a listing appointment, to win that listing. Excuse me. So we had a CB briefs that came out that basically acknowledged, please note that for, I think it was the course of maybe not even a whole day, it might be down, it might be glitchy. Please prepare yourself to know that that's going to be the case, in case you need to get a presentation, because we need to integrate the two systems. So we let IT do all of their Geek Squad stuff that they needed to do. But it was just a really great way to keep up to date. Some of it's industry news, some of it's Coldwell Banker, just some really great, and they're very, very short articles. So I'll kind of cheat the system just a little bit now, and I'll show you CB brief. So we'll go through this list in just a moment. But over here on the side is our intranet. Under company, you will see we have some COVID-19 information. It's all dated when you open it. If you support St. Jude, if you want more information about that, and then CB briefs. So we always have some featured at the top, but then we'll have, so January 25th, so yesterday this came out, what to expect from the product studio in 2021. So this is kind of like what's up and coming for Coldwell Banker Realty. So we can look through, we can check out upcoming events. So tomorrow we have this month at Product for Agents, so TMAP. You can log into that. You can get a detailed overview. So you'll see everything, because it's January. They'll go through everything we accomplished in 2020 and what's on the roadmap for 2021. They're also going to provide a very short demo of our new transaction manager that's going to replace Homebase, and you can simply click here to attend. They have some global luxury information here. Our just such a great series, Fix and Flip to Success. Breakthrough Digital Summit. So portrait of what moves her. I love that they're showcasing just women in our industry and professionals, a great way to network. And they give a lot of the people that will be there and guest speakers. So just some great information there. Commitment. We did win the Women's Choice award again. So here it gives you information, social media assets available on BrandServe. And when I click through, it's going to take me to BrandServe. Now, because I clicked on this link, I can log in as a member. And because I'm already logged into Desk, so it's going to take me right through to the tactic. Here's the tactic that I can download. I can go ahead and post that out on my social media, and have something pre-made that I can show people. And there are actually two different versions, so I can choose the one that I like the most. And then also it's going to give me a link to all the other brands that won this award. And if I like this, I can just go ahead and give it a little like down here. If I have any suggestions, I can do that as well. So that's basically CB briefs in a nutshell. I am very excited, and we'll push this out just a little. We do have our kickoff this Thursday. It's going to be so much fun. I'm very excited because we actually have the CEO of the entire company is coming here to the Mid-Atlantic, and virtually, and will be a part of that, along with our wonderful, wonderful leaders in our area. There's also a company directory. We have our core 4. So if you're interested in learning more about production power, coaching the confidence, a wealth builder, our culture of awesomeness, Coldwell Banker's focus is that you can lead an exceptional life, whatever that means to you. If that means you need some coaching so that you're very confident, you can go out and get more listings. You can have more production with your production power and your marketing. You can build more wealth and maybe go on an extra vacation or buy a new couch or any of the things that you really want to do. I mean, it's about real estate, but it's really about people. And that's where our culture of awesomeness comes in. I sound like a commercial right now, don't I? But that's where our culture of awesomeness comes in. All of the offices, pre-COVID, a lot of us got together once a month and had activities together. Looking forward to getting back to that when COVID is over. There are some support departments here. I think because I'm an employee, mine is a little bit different. So there's just some things here: licensing, referrals, legal, human resources, those kind of things. There are also, and I did not click on it. There we go. There's also reports. I know that marketing's working very hard on getting these updated. There was a glitch in the system. So we had a little bit of difficulty. Oh, so none of them are here now. Okay, so they might have taken them down. I know we had a couple of issues with them. Though usually you'll see different recognition reports in here, activity, top agents, website traffic reports, etc. I know they said yesterday they were working on updating it. There's also a marketing tab here. So just kind of a great resource to get acclimated with some of the tools. There are do-it-yourself marketing resources. There is a marketing guide. Although it has our old logo, I do apologize. It does go through our systems piece by piece. So if you're looking for specific things, it's going to kind of show you, like Design Concierge, what does it do? In Touch, what does it do? Some of our marketing pieces. And then as you go through, maybe you're looking for social media graphics, or where do I get business cards, or, property marketing ads for Facebook and Instagram. You can kind of scroll through and look through different things in Moxie. So those are client presentations. We have some of these in the office. Most offices have a Unibind machine. You can go in. I geek out on this every time. Create a presentation for your buyers or sellers, and you can bind it like a real book. So that's pretty impressive. It makes you look good as an agent as well. Pre-printed things, express docs, consumer e-blast, marketing campaigns, drip marketing, consumer market reports. So I love my Prospect Square reports, social media graphics, just some different things where you can find them. And then some different information about some of the marketing tools. You'll find that agent guide here again, some information about BrandServe as well. So you'll see as we go through awards and production, there's branding information for our new rebrand that happened last year, global luxury, how to get certified, all different kinds of information about our luxury brand. Prospecting. So there are some scripts in here, some guides in here to help you out, whether you're very experienced or a novice, either or. Also some public relations, and then one of my favorite buttons, social media. So there are some social media best practices in here. Again, more information about BrandServe, dynamic ads for real estate. And then you can see here, I have lots of hearts, but different information to help you as you get up and running, or as you continue to run your Facebook business page. So how do I create that page? What are some online courses that I can take through Facebook? What are my first steps with advertising? How do I use social media for real estate? And then some of our Coldwell Banker social networks. So if you click on any of these, it will take you to our main corporate account. I like to follow. I have this liked and followed because I like to share these to my own business page from time to time. And I also like to follow the Mid-Atlantic page as well, which is more of our local area. So you'll see just some things here I would gladly share to my own Facebook business page. Some information, about YouTube, different social medias there. And the studio, that just gives a little bit more information. So I am a part of the studio. That's your marketing team. All the people behind the scenes doing the marketing pieces, the design, the product studio, they're all found here. Under my business, you're going to find some education, an agent business plan calculator, the actual business plan itself. So this is something I always recommend, excuse me, sitting down with your BVP, kind of going over your business plan. Real estate is very much, if we don't know where we're going, how do we get there? So this is an agent marketing plan. In January, all of the workshops that I'm teaching kind of go through this marketing plan. We've gone through establishing our personal brand. We've gone through design concierge. We've gone through our digital footprint. Where do we find our logo? Things of that nature. And those courses will continue throughout the year. So if anyone's missed them, we'll definitely have them again for your convenience. There's some information here about RealSure and Real Vitalize. I love these programs. I love that Coldwell Banker sees and notices the need for them. Real Vitalize, I love just giving the seller the opportunity to make some home improvements. Maybe they're afraid to sell, it really needs some new carpet. It really needs, maybe some paint, and they can't afford to do that. Coldwell Banker initially, they can get that money and they can pay that back at closing and not have any interest on that. And it doesn't affect your commission. That's the number one thing. And then also RealSure. So that kind of, it's very unique, but it gives them a little more flexibility, and ensures that they have as much purchase power as possible. So there's a little information, you can access them and learn a little bit more. The education tab is another favorite of mine in Desk, and it just made a liar out of me. There we go. So the education tab, again, virtual education expos. This month the product is the easily accessible CB distinction. So just a wonderful class that's going to show you a little bit more about Coldwell Banker and what we are about. Sales Pro, always accessible. The calendar, you can access it here, or it's accessible by a tile on Desk. And then the CE shop, I love that 30% discount, and I'm glad I saw that because I have a couple classes to take before I renew my license in July. So at the very top, the Virtual Education Expo, it would be remiss if I didn't really concentrate a lot on that. Go in, look at some of the past expos. So Coldwell Banker saw a great need for this in March when the pandemic hit, and it's something that they have continued. So if we go all the way down to the bottom, you're going to see where it all started. How do I market in a virtual world? How do I, what are some secrets from some social media influencers, other agents that are out there making a huge impact on social media and getting business? Because again, it all goes back to, is it going to make me money? I don't just want to be popular on Facebook. I mean, that's all well and good, but how can I, be an influencer and make more money and get a bigger paycheck? So you'll see there's just some things in here. I always say, if you don't look at anything else, I do highly recommend, there is a Facebook follow-up series. You'll see there is 4 parts to this series. So it does seem like a lot. I kind of chunk it and do a little, throughout the week. This was not presented by Coldwell Banker. Coldwell Banker has a very special relationship with Facebook. So I like that they noticed that, Facebook is one of the largest social media outlets in the world. It's one of the largest businesses. And, Coldwell Banker has a lot of relationships with different companies in the industry. But one that's very important is Facebook, so that, when we build tools that use Facebook, they have the correct algorithms, all that algebra we said we'd never need. This series was actually taught by Facebook. So Facebook is telling you how to use your business page, why you need a business page. Here's an overview of the platform. If you want to run ads, how do you do that? But most importantly, how do you do it most effectively and efficiently? And then how do you use some of the native tools to run your business on social media? They give you a course replay. They do give you the presentation attached as well. And you'll see here just some really great information. And another one, how to create a digital marketing strategy. So that's just all of that is pretty wild. You can go in again. I like it. If you're like me, I'm up in the middle of the night. I can go in there and I can watch something at midnight if I want. Excuse me. Then you'll see we do have our partners and our services. Our business advantage. If you click through that, I always like to point that out because I'm a coupon girl. I like to save money. I have all the coupon apps, but you can go through and you'll see, you know, most of the big phone vendors are on here. We have AT&T, you know, I know Verizon and Sprint are on here, but just some different things that you can look through and see, you know, pods, you know, something that you know, you can offer to somebody when you're on a listing appointment or meeting with a buyer. If you use the promo code COLD, your clients can receive 10% off. Now, how much more are they going to love you because you just saved them money? So Ring Central, different things that are in here. The CE shop again, T-Mobile, Tiffany and Company, you know, UPS, Verizon, just some of those things, virtual staging. You're going to find just some different things in there to utilize. And then also we have an insurance agency, our CB home protection plan through American Home Shield Warranty, guaranteed rate affinity, our lenders, property frameworks, the property management, and then the title settlement is Mid-Atlantic Settlement Services. As always, you don't have to use our affiliates. We always do recommend it just because they're out and about and in the offices. They are there if you need them for anything. And they work very well with us. So back to desk, probably one of we're almost at the home stretch here. Another thing that you're going to see at the very, very top is this little question mark inside of a circle. So that's the help center. If you hover over it, the words help center will come up and you'll see a lot of information in here. Again, it can be a little overwhelming. That's okay. Just take it a little at a time. If I want some information about the CBX buyer locator, I can go in and read the welcome, you know, the release notes, different things in the system to find out what that is. What is my CRM strategy? Design Concierge. What is Design Concierge? So you can kind of go through and look through some of these things, get some information. For example, Listing Concierge. When we come in, you can see there's a lot of information. Welcome to Listing Concierge. It gives you kind of a short and sweet, what is this? What is this for? How does it make me money? You can learn a little bit more. You know, what does it do? What is it intended for? You know, different packages, what is included? How do I get started? So there's helpful materials in here, different additional things that you can order, making sure you have a good headshot, making sure you know how to find the timeline. Now, these are all things that I can help you with as well. We can do a virtual one-on-one until the world opens up and I can get back into offices. I can help you place the Listing Concierge order, and I can also help you with how to maximize the marketing that comes with it. Taking that single property website and putting it out on social media, including it in your MLS, making sure that it's on CaldwellBankerHomes.com. Excuse me, sharing with your client, putting it on your website. Same thing with your YouTube video. So a lot of people say, well, who cares if it goes on YouTube? YouTube is owned by Google, which means your property listing is now more searchable and easier to find on Google. Also, you can put that and embed that right into your sales associate website, so it will play directly from your website. You can email it out to clients and contacts. And then if you would want to learn some additional things about Facebook and Instagram, you can click through. And again, it will take you, in most senses, both of them take you to the backdrop of Facebook and Instagram. We know Facebook owns Instagram. So it'll click you through so that you can get some more information. And then one of the last things is the notification bell here at the top. I end up always deleting them once I've read them, so I know I haven't missed anything. So we have some sneak peek maintenance on January 6th. So I missed that one. I did forget to, I did forget to read it. But it's just letting me know if I'm trying to get in and it's not working between 9 p.m. and 9 a.m. Then I can do that. And then I can just mark them all as read. I can go through and delete that one. And now I have no notifications. So if something else comes up, I'll know that it's something new and it may need my attention. I do have my photo here in the top right-hand corner for my profile. And you'll see here, it doesn't really go anywhere at this time. I know that they're working on getting all of this information to acclimate to all of the different pages, but you can go in, it will shoot you over to applications. I just leave everything turned on. I don't really need to turn anything off. Well, I have lead router turned off because I'm not a selling agent. I'm not allowed to have that turned on. But I just leave everything on. There's really no need in turning anything off. And then delegation. So if you have a personal assistant, you will have them in there, or you may have a manager who has given you some I'm an employee, so I have some delegation there. I know I kind of went a little fast, so my apologies, but and there is a chat feature. Sorry, there are two other things. There's a chat feature down here on the bottom. So you're able to pull that up. They'll connect you to the online support agent. You can ask a question about, any desk application, teaching a workshop. And then I'm just going to say, have a great day. You can make that a little bit larger if you want, or you can leave the site, which I don't want to do. And then there's also a feedback form here, and I use this frequently. So, how was your experience? Was it great? Was it, did you love it? And you can tell them about your experience. So if you come in, maybe something's not working right, or you think that they should add color to something, or they should do something, you can tell them there. One last thing that I will leave you with is you will see on a lot of these tiles, there are some subscripts down here at the bottom. Those are easy access links. So if I'm going into Prospect Square, I might not want to log into Prospect Square, go to the menu bar, click on reports, click on area reports. I just want to go straight to my area reports. I can just click that button and it's going to throw me into Prospect Square, right into the area reports. Kind of a little shortcut, if you were. My computer's a little slow today, so I'll let that kind of spin. There are also help centers, and a lot of these, if you click on the kebab menu, the vertical ellipsis, the little three dots, the menu button, everybody calls it something different. There are some options there. Listing Concierge, probably one of the most important tips. Not only can you get to the help center, but you can get to the timeline. So with this timeline, with Listing Concierge, it really helps to manage expectations as far as the marketing products go. I like to let my sellers know, good marketing doesn't happen overnight. If you list with an agent that simply puts a sign in your yard and puts you onto the MLS, they are not marketing your home. They might have listed it, but they're not marketing. The timeline, you can go in. If you have your photos taken today, you have your marketing copy in there, your photos are in there. You can put today's date in, and it will actually give you a timeline of when to expect your single property website to go live. When can I expect the proof for my brochures, the proof for my postcards, the proof for my online advertising, all the different things that I need to know, and I put them into my calendar. You can see my calendar is very color coded. So, and this, I guess, didn't like me. It didn't send me into the area report. But here is, the screen for my area report. So again, just go through, you can look at some of those kebab menus, see different things that are there. And some of them are small shortcuts, but the help center is usually attached to each tile. If there's a help center, it's usually attached, not always. And then of course we have Microsoft Teams here. You can go right into your dashboard, but I always do recommend, if you're attending a workshop, to log into Desk, make sure that your Teams is running, or that you have the app installed and that you've signed in. That way it just makes it a little more a little easier to run Teams. So that's really all that I have for you. That's kind of Desk in a nutshell. Again, probably my favorite feature is that I can move these around. I was here for the old system. You couldn't do that, and it got a little frustrating when I had to scroll to the bottom and look for something I wanted to use every day. If you have any questions, feel free to unmute, or if you want to drop them in the chat, I can answer any questions you have.
Hi, Angie. How are you doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm fine. Quick question. Do I order my own business cards, or is that something that is done during orientation?
So that will be done